to Keefer's Corner, episode 2, here with Coach Keefer, coming off of a victory on Friday against Sparta. What are your impressions after watching film about Friday's game?
Well, it was a good first game. There's so many questions when you have the large number of young kids that we had, because we had 15 kids that really played their first varsity snaps. We had a number of kids that started, and I guess the thing that was most exciting was to see the level of play of some of those guys. A number of them impressed. I would start with Noah Sarar as a sophomore. He didn't play like a sophomore. He played like a very high-level middle border conference player, and that was really exciting to see. I was also super impressed with Cal Smith. Cal's a terrific athlete. He takes coaching very, very well, and you can just see him getting better by leaps and bounds all the time. Another one that was impressive was Colin Fritz. Colin played very well at defensive end, and he also does a nice job for us playing some tight end and receiver. Very, very excited about him. You know, I thought Ryan Venedal was good in his role at returning kicks. Jackson Johansson, you know, he's playing the most challenging position probably on our defense, and it takes some time, but he's getting better, definitely getting better. So a lot of young guys, and that's just the kids that were sophomores.
One of the things, I mean, you mentioned the large number. A lot of those guys are playing offensive line, and in watching the film, when I watched it a second time, and obviously there were some inconsistencies because they're young, but there was also plays where they're driving the whole line back 5, 6, 7 yards. What do you think the ceiling is for that group? Because it wasn't, I mean, it was game one, but there was a lot of times where I'm like, okay, yep. And then there was other times where it's like, okay, there's some things to work on.
Oh, yeah. Game one, you know, I thought we were pretty inconsistent, to be honest with you, on the O-line. I think our ceiling is very, very high. But, you know, there's just some basic things that we have to do that we've been working on since day one that I felt like we took a little step back from the scrimmage performance to how we played Friday night against Sparta. Now, Sparta's they're a pretty robust group up front. They were physical, they were big kids, and that's to be expected. You know, that we expected they would be good, but that's what we're going to be seeing in the middle border. So we got to get better. We just got to be more consistent. We made a lot of mistakes, you know, just focus mistakes where, oh, I got the wrong play call, things of that nature. That just can't happen.
Offensively, otherwise, goods or bads?
Yeah, you know, I thought the good thing was we did possess the ball a long time. We had some long drives. We had a 9-minute drive, but we didn't finish drives like we needed to. And we're going to be working to finish all week, try to eliminate mistakes. I do feel like we've made a lot of progress in terms of understanding paths that they need to take, understanding communication. So we'll see. I mean, you got another test coming up with GET on Friday, so we'll see how much better we can get.
One thing that impressed me for game one was there was a number of times where you guys went on not one and drew Sparta offsides and didn't have offensive linemen jumping. I mean, there were a couple penalties, but there were some big plays, I thought, in drives that helped sustain drives by not jumping off sides, which has been an issue, especially early in the year when you're just not used to doing things on other counts.
Yeah, one of the things that we're trying to do is in practice we are mixing our count, and every time we've jumped all year, you can ask the kids, every single time we've jumped, we stop practice and we get on the sideline, we sprint our butt off, then we come back. And we do lose time in practice because we're running back and forth, but I believe it has made us a little mentally tougher. And you know, so we're mixing the count, you know, doing a good job with that. And that's a strength. If we can keep that going, that's a big deal because, you know, you just can't have people teeing off on you. So that's an advantage that we have to take advantage of.
On the other side of the ball, defensively, I think Sparta only ran less than 30 plays offensively. So we didn't get a huge chance to see our defense, a lot of 3-and-outs. What were your impressions of our defense after watching film?
You know, I thought our defense looked pretty fast. It was certainly not perfect. We did some things that I know we can be a lot better at. I thought Keegan Offsey, really, I thought the middle of our defense was pretty stout. You know, Noah Sarar held it down at nose. Keegan played very well at Mike. I also felt very good about Mason Werner. He's going to be he's a heck of a football player. And when you have, you know, 3 levels of your defense, you have a strength there. That helps, you know, because they can get to just about everything. Now, Can we strike better? Yep. Can we hold the point better? Without a doubt. We're going to get better, we hope, across the board. But I would say, we have plenty to work on, but it was a good first game against a pretty physical bunch.
Looking ahead to tomorrow's game against GT, one of the most exciting games that we've been a part of in the last handful of years was at GT a couple years ago with an overtime win. They took a rough one against West Salem last week. What do we think about GT for tomorrow?
That was a great game in 2019. Well, just a terrific, exciting game. GET has a new head coach. They've changed offensively. They appear to be similar defensively. And I think there were some growing pains, with a new system, because they played in the spring, and in the spring they were foot to foot running their double wing, and they've kind of changed what they're doing to more of a spread format. So that's a fairly short period of time to make that change. I think they played a really good team in West Salem. I believe West Salem is a top four in the Division IV rankings. So they played a really good opponent. So we're expecting that we're going to have, they're physical, they'll play hard, and we'll see where we're at.
Okay. Any other thoughts or feelings as we go into our second week of the season?
We just gotta all take advantage of every opportunity. Like we talked to our guys, there was a little clip. It was actually from Hard Knocks. They interviewed Dak Prescott. He's been injured, so they've had him on a pitch count. But they went through the process that he goes through before every play. Like he goes through a what should I change a play? What should we be in right now? He's going through the mental process because he physically has been held back because he had a little injury. But I showed that to our kids. It's like, if you take advantage of every snap, even the snaps you're not in, right? When we're running our team offense or team defense, we have 22 kids going. But if you can be thinking about what should I do, you're getting a mental rep and you get better. So we're just trying to be more efficient. And we'll see. It's a fun group of kids, man. They've had great energy. The younger group had a nice performance. They played against Boyceville on Monday, and Boyceville's tough. They got a really good team, and they were very, very impressed with Boyceville, and we won a close game. But it was good to see our younger kids, competing. I thought we played a much better second half. We maybe started a little slow. I didn't get through all the game because obviously we practiced, but hustled over to catch it. So that was exciting. And it's good to see those young guys get a chance to play too.
For sure. Well, thank you very much, and good luck tomorrow night.
Hey, thank you.